scamming taxpayers. And if people are busting their butts out there and they're paying those taxes and they're bummed out about it, believe me, it has a lot to do with CPS and CASA. I wish they'd take that money and help children get educated instead. I wish they would take that money and make smaller classrooms instead. I wish they would stop making people feel as though because you want to be a parent and you want somebody to love and somebody to share your life with, that you have to be punished for it. And that's all there is. That's all they inflict as punishment to people's lives. And CASA says we build one person at a time. What you do is you break them down, you make them feel like crap, and then you follow them around from place to place. And then you make sure they go into programs where you have nothing there but a bunch of spies. And I'll tell you something, I don't see anybody messing with Aerosmith. They did all those drugs in the 80s and the 90s. I don't see anybody taking their kids away. I understand if somebody's rich and they got a lot of money, they can fight you. That's why you don't mess with the rich people. Because you go around messing with the rich people the way you mess with the poor people, there won't be much of your budget left. But anyway, just don't suffer the way I've suffered. And believe me, you will suffer if you sign. If I never would have signed, believe me, I would have just said, get that doctor, get her ass in court, let her go ahead and tell her story. I would have gotten my witnesses, believe me, and I would have been long gone with my child. And I would have went on and did what I wanted to do. But that's all they did was distract me, take me away from what I wanted to do. And here I am focused on them instead of doing what I really want to do with my life. But, you know, I want to save people from this. So that's the reason for this show. So protect yourself, take care of yourself, and don't go through what I've gone through. And I'll tell you something, if you sign, you're going to be sorry. Just don't sign anything with them at all. Those lawyers are not going to tell you that it's going to be 18 years of harassment. They say 6 months, but it's really every 6 years they try to take your kids away from you. And it's to the tune of $18,000 that they can put in their pockets. So believe me, I don't want anybody to suffer the way that I've suffered, because believe me, I have suffered. You know, I can't believe that this doctor said that a 40-year-old woman is not ready to be a mother. And I can't believe that they called my husband, who's younger than me, 25 at the time, is immature. That's the funny part. And, you know, to me, that's like, wow, how can you say that? You don't even know us. But at the same time, I just feel that this doctor addicted my children, my kid. Well, my son was a Risperdal kid, because they wouldn't even allow me to have my kid back unless I agreed to take a pill. I do have aggressive behavior, and I can be very meaningful to people, especially people I don't like. I've never had to be forced to be around people I dislike until I'd given birth to my daughter 3 days later, and CPS took my child away. I have been forced to be around people that I absolutely hate, that I totally despise, that I think nothing of. And then they have some nerve to tell the court that I have no respect for authority. Well, I have respect for certain people, like the police department. I think the police department are the best people in the whole entire world. They are salt of the earth, strong, caring individuals, both male and female. I believe the DEA is completely awesome and terrific. They help people, they're there for people, they're loving, kind, strong, assertive individuals. Those people I totally admire because they're doing the job. They're putting their lives on the line each and every day for all of us. So it's like, if they ask me about who I have respect for, those are the people that I totally respect. So to me, it's like they completely ignored that fact, that I have respect for the police and that I completely adore them. I think they're Hercules. I think they're Athena, you know, and I look at them. They are the strongest people on this earth, and they take care of all of us in this world. And without them, there would be chaos and mayhem. So they completely disregarded my statement as far as the police department goes. And that's why I have no respect for CPS. I really don't. How can you respect people that completely turn a blind eye to the truth? That this doctor gave my daughter, unborn child, Percodan, olanzapine, risperidone, blunt head trauma at birth, and deny her oxygen. Because they're on the doctor's side and what they have done to my daughter, that's why I have no respect for them, and that's why I don't believe in them. So anyway, I do want to say, hey, thank you, fellow Americans, for the time. I really appreciate everything that you have given me, which is your time. I know that my voice is very calming and very relaxing, and it's probably going to put you to sleep. But I just want you to know, poor people out there, watch your back. Okay? Thank you. And thank you so much. But I just want you to know, CASA is a bunch of creeps. I mean, those women at CASA, total creeps. I mean, to me, they're pathetic. When they won't even call you to even return a phone call, to me, they're crazy. You know, they should put the grandmothers in charge of CASA because they know how to be parents, they know how to be grandparents. Grandmothers should be CASA, not some broad who doesn't even have time for their own kids. They shouldn't be managing other people's kids if they don't have time for their own kids. And two of them admitted that to me. Okay? Carol Thomas, and that's the God's honest truth. And I would love to have her butt in court along with Michelle Clark, who didn't take her kid to the hospital at a temperature of 103. And I'm supposed to look to her as a role model? I can't look at her as a role model. I think they're jealous because I don't make a lot of money, but I took care of my kids well on that. Anyway, have a good day. Take care of yourself and God bless you. Have a great day. Signing off.